Have you noticed that some brands keep showing up inside AI answers while others seem completely invisible? Even when they publish great content, even when they rank well, even when they've been doing SEO for years. Here's why: AI doesn't rank pages, AI understands entities. And that single shift may be the biggest change to search since Google was founded. Welcome back to Marketing with AI by Rohit Shetty. Today, we're diving into Entity SEO, the hidden layer powering Google, ChatGPT Search, Perplexity, Gemini, AI overviews, and virtually every modern search experience. Because if you're still thinking about SEO primarily as keywords and rankings, you're optimizing for yesterday's internet. Let's get into it. What is an entity? Let's simplify this. An entity is anything that exists as a distinct thing in the real world: a person, a company, a product, a city, a disease, a book, a concept, anything that can be uniquely identified. Now compare that to a keyword. The word Apple is just text, but Apple, the technology company, is one entity. Apple, the fruit, is another. And musician Fiona Apple is a third. Same keyword, three completely different entities. This is the shift that changed search forever. Google no longer tries to match words, it tries to understand meaning in Google's own language, things, not strings. That philosophy became the foundation of modern search. When someone searches founder of Tesla, Google isn't looking for pages containing those words. It's identifying a relationship. Founder is the relationship, Tesla is the entity. And Google connects that relationship to another entity. That's entity based search. And AI systems operate exactly the same way. Google's secret weapon, the knowledge graph. Back in 2012, Google launched something called the knowledge graph. Most people never paid attention, but it changed everything. The knowledge graph is essentially Google's giant database of entities and relationships. Think of it as Google's digital understanding of the world: people, organizations, products, movies, places, events, and all the connections between them. Search for a celebrity and see that information box on the right side of Google. That's the knowledge graph. Search for a company and see facts instantly displayed. Knowledge graph. Ask an AI overview a question and receive an immediate answer. Knowledge graph. Today, AI search tools don't simply retrieve pages, they retrieve understanding. They connect entities, attributes, and relationships to generate answers. That's why visibility in AI search increasingly depends on whether the system recognizes your brand as a legitimate entity. If the AI doesn't know who you are, it's difficult to become part of the answer. Why this matters more than ever: AI search has fundamentally changed user behavior. People are no longer clicking 10 blue links. They're asking questions and expecting answers. Google AI overviews, ChatGPT Search, Perplexity, Gemini, Copilot. All of these systems work by understanding entities. When AI generates an answer, it isn't simply matching keywords, it's reasoning through concepts and relationships. And that creates a new visibility challenge. The question is no longer, can I rank? The question becomes, does the AI know who I am? Because AI cannot cite, recommend, or reference entities it doesn't understand. The most misunderstood SEO tool, Schema Markup. Let's clear up one of the biggest misconceptions in SEO. Schema Markup is not a ranking factor. Adding schema doesn't magically move you from page 3 to page 1. What schema does is far more important. It removes ambiguity. It tells search engines exactly what something is. Think of schema as a translation layer between humans and machines. You might write, Jane Smith is a cardiologist working at St. Mary's Hospital. Humans instantly understand that. Machines need help. Schema allows you to explicitly define Jane Smith equals person, cardiologist equals job title, St. Mary's Hospital equals organization. Those relationships become crystal clear. And clarity is incredibly valuable in entity driven search. The most important schema types for most businesses are organization schema, person schema, article schema, product schema, And one of the most overlooked fields is called sameAs. This lets you connect your website to LinkedIn, Wikipedia, Wikidata, Crunchbase, social profiles, and other trusted references. You're essentially telling Google these are all representations of the same entity. That's incredibly powerful. Building entity authority. So, how do you become an entity that AI trusts? Think of it like building a digital reputation system. Layer 1 is external validation, Wikipedia, Wikidata, industry databases, trusted directories. These act as third party verification. Layer 2 is consistency. Your business information should match everywhere. Your company name, website, social profiles, descriptions, leadership team. Inconsistencies create confusion, and confusion weakens entity recognition. Layer 3 is Google Business Profile. For local businesses, this is effectively your official identity card inside Google's ecosystem. Keep it complete, keep it updated, keep it accurate. Layer 4 is author authority. If you're publishing content, stop hiding behind anonymous blog posts. AI wants experts, Google wants experts, readers want experts. Build author pages. Use person schema. Create a consistent online presence. Make it obvious who created the content. Layer 5 is topical authority. The more comprehensively you cover a topic, the more likely Google associates your entity with that topic category. This is why content clusters work. It's not just about keywords, it's about creating strong entity relationships. What this means for AI search. Now, let's connect all the dots. Large language models learn from information across the web. The more consistently your brand appears in trusted sources, the stronger your entity becomes. The stronger your entity becomes, the more likely AI systems recognize you, and the more likely you are to appear inside AI generated answers. This is why we're seeing a shift from traditional SEO metrics toward what many marketers are now calling citation visibility, because in AI search, being referenced often matters more than being ranked. The future belongs to brands that become trusted entities, not just websites, not just keywords, entities. Think about it. When ChatGPT answers a question about digital marketing, who gets mentioned? When Google AI overviews explain a topic, who gets cited? When Perplexity recommends a solution, who appears? The winners are usually entities that AI understands and trusts. That's not an accident. It's the result of years of entity building. A quick 5-minute entity SEO audit will help you go a long way. Before we wrap up, here's a simple exercise. Google your company name. Do you have a knowledge panel? If not, that's an opportunity. Check your schema markup. Do you have organization schema or person schema implemented correctly? Review your same as links. Are all your major profiles connected? Audit your business information across the web. Is everything consistent? And finally, look at your content. Are you building topical authority around the entities you want to own? Or are you publishing random content with no clear association? That one question alone can completely change your content strategy. Here's the big takeaway. Keywords tell search engines what words appear on a page. Entities tell AI what those words actually mean. And in the age of AI search, meaning beats matching. Every time, the brands that win over the next decade won't just optimize pages, they'll build entity authority. They'll become recognizable, trusted, and referenceable across the web. Because AI doesn't cite websites, it cites entities. And that's the hidden layer of AI search. If you found this episode valuable, share it with a marketer, founder, SEO professional, or content creator who's trying to understand why AI search is changing the game. I am Rohit Shetty, and this is Marketing with AI. Thanks for listening.